zit on my face has now turned into a scab. That's concerning. I don't know if you guys look at, oh, why can you not see it? Look at my sunburn. Look at my sunburn. My legs hurt so bad. I think I'm just gonna put a little bit of moisturizer on and not like blast my sunburnt face with retinol. That would probably be like a really good idea. I like how I'm like, oh, this shit is now it's now a thing, and that's concerning. And I proceed to sit here and I can't help it. I have to leave. Oh fuck! I forgot to change the settings on my camera. I'm actually using my phone to vlog, and it's a pain in the ass. It actually is. I have been for the last few days, and it's driving me fucking crazy. Don't look at this gross hairbrush. Don't look at this gross hairbrush. I just took like an actual shower and I have to leave for my appointment in an hour. Was there something in my hair and I like brushed it in there even more? Or was that just like the light hitting my hair in a certain way that it made it look like there was? Also, my shower is now leaking again and it sounds fucking terrible because it is. Like it's really bad. Like it's really bad. Anyways, that's concerning. Wasteful. I'm gonna love to see the water bill. At least it's leaking into the bathtub, unlike last time when it was leaking all over the basement and we didn't know it. Guys, one thing they don't tell you when you buy a house is everything fucking leaks. Like there's it's so bad. Anyways, last night, I couldn't bring myself to shower, and it was for no other reason than the fact that I got caught up playing Grand Theft Auto 5. And I did shower, but it wasn't a very good one. I just rinsed myself off, basically. I basically just got in there and like half-ass showered enough that like I wouldn't feel gross climbing into bed. That's the extent of what I did. I don't know how to explain it when I say like a shower and then a shower because I just took like a shower and that's what I planned on doing last night. But it was probably better for me to take a shower this morning because I'm going to the gynecologist. So it was probably best for me to wait right before walking in there because it's fucking humid as shit outside. This is one of those days where like I'm gonna walk into my appointment and it's gonna feel great when I get there, and then I go to leave and I'm gonna walk outside and it's gonna feel like I got blasted in the fucking face with like microwave air. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's going to feel like I'm going to open my Jeep door and it's going to feel like I'm stepping into a fucking microwave. One of those types of days. Anyways, yeah. I just basically rinsed off. It's fascinating to me how somebody can be a germaphobe, but also like do things like use makeup that expired probably 10 years ago. Like, why am I obsessive about the utensils and dishes that I eat off of and wash my hands twice and all of that? But use makeup that expired 10 years ago. I don't know. Why do I refuse to touch an unsanitized shopping cart, but wear the same hoodie for a month before washing it? I don't know. I'll touch everything in a store, but then walk around like this because I'm afraid to touch myself or anything that I could potentially touch until my hands are washed. Why? I don't know. Oh, I just hit myself hard in the neck with my thumbnail. That was really fun. Actually, it was fucking awful. My nose is so sunburnt, like right here. Guys, I'm about to go into my gynecologist office. This is a new one. The one that I had for years retired. I'm about to go into my gynecologist office and like filibuster about why I need and deserve birth control. My tubes are, you know, tied, fried, and laid to the side, but I have PMDD and it's fucking wrecking my shit. And I have PCOS. And I made the very bold claim at my gynecologist office last year that I have PCOS. And he was like, what proof do you have? And I was like, every gynecologist I've ever had has told me that, like, since I was a teenager. And I don't think that it ever came up with him because I got my tubes tied whenever I had D, so 12 years ago. And the possibility of pregnancy and blah, 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 blah has never come up. You know, the possibility of birth control has never come up with him. So I don't know, like they don't even ask me like how regular are your periods or anything like that. But bitch, I have fucking like PMS like 2.5 weeks out of the month. And my shit comes and goes as it pleases. Sometimes I get a period twice in a month, and sometimes I don't get one for like a couple of months. And I just need a little sense of normalcy. And to be honest with you guys, my therapist and my psychiatrist, they work together, same building, and they communicate with each other. My therapist and my psychiatrist both agree that my medications work better whenever I'm on birth control. I want it. But I have a new gynecologist. I'm really hoping that she doesn't have to give me a PAP, because sometimes doctors like to do that. I shouldn't be due for one until next year, but I still have to get a physical exam. I'm hoping that she doesn't have to, but if she does, she does. And if she wants to give me birth control, I'll do it. Bitch, I'll do it. Literally tell me why I looked at my GP and was like, can I have something for birth control to help regulate my hormones? And he was like, yes, here you go. And then I ran out of refills, and I don't really like my GP because every time I see him, he just pushes Wegovy and Ozempic on me, and I'm like, bitch, on no fucking, and on no, in no way, shape, or form would I ever fucking be able to afford it. No matter, it wouldn't matter if I never bought makeup again, if I got rid of all of my little micro subscriptions like Hulu and Netflix and all that shit, I would not be able to afford the shit. I would not be able to afford it. So I haven't seen him in a while, but he like handed it to me, and I ran out of refills. So when I had my appointment with my gynecologist, I'm like, who better to ask for birth control than a fucking gynecologist? And he put me through hell and back. Like, he sent me to an RE, and that RE put me through hell and back, only for him to ultimately fucking retire. So there was no conclusion. I thought about going a couple towns over to the Planned Parenthood after my therapist suggested it, but I don't know. I shouldn't have to take it that far. I'm just going to be like, hey, I have PMDD and PMS. Can I have some fucking birth control, please? Also, this is the doctor's office, even though the doctor's not there anymore. It's like multiple doctors in a practice. This is the doctor's office where the nurse was writing down my fucking tattoos. And I've never in almost 36 years had a fucking doctor take note, or a nurse or anybody take note of my tattoos in a medical setting. And my cousin tried to tell me, like, it's for like purpose, it's for like to identify you if something happens to you purposes. And then I had like 2 or 3 nurses in my comments on YouTube tell me, like, I have been a nurse for such and such many years, and I've never taken notes on a patient's tattoos, and I've never been told to. So I don't know why she was doing that. She was kind of a wiener, though. She was, to be honest with you, she was kind of a bitch. Here's to hoping I don't get her as my nurse again. But also, like, I had to have her in the room with me because my doctor was male. But now that I have a woman as a doctor, that may not be an issue. I don't know. Honestly, though, the less people in the room staring at my vagina, the better. The more comfortable I would be. But that's just me. Anyways, enough fucking off. I'm just going to put a little bit of this on. And not put any harsh chemicals on my face to like piss it off even more. I don't know anything about like sunburn treatment, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to like care for my skin after a sunburn, because in my lifetime, also I can't find my mirror, so I'm just gonna use a mirror in this. But in my lifetime, I've probably gotten like 5 sunburns ever. Like, ever. And so I don't know anything about them. And yes, I know Google is free. But I don't know. Like, I know common sense tells me I need to stay out of the sun, like cover my skin until it heals and everything chills out, whatever. But like, I'm just going to use common sense. I'm just going to tell myself, like, it'll be fine. I'm not put any retinol on or anything until it chills, till it calms down. I literally, like, oh. Bitch, what the fuck? If I was going to get freckles, would it had already done it by now? Because I didn't get any freckles. I was going to say probably because my skin handles sun well, but bitch, you just fried like an egg, so does it? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Ugh! Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna fucking throw up. I feel like I'm gonna fucking throw up. I just got an email, like I was sitting here. This brow pomade versus my greasy ass skin with no product but lotion on it, it's round 2 fight or round 1 fight. It ain't gonna last. It ain't gonna last, but I tried. What was I gonna say? I feel like literally I feel like I'm gonna fucking throw up. My heart just came out of my ass and my stomach just came out of my throat. I was sitting here putting my eyebrows on and my phone vibrates and I look down and it's like, you have new activity on your My Chart. And I'm like, oh my god, is it the fucking results from my walking EKG? Like, I've been sitting around waiting for those, right? Because this week it will be 2 weeks since it ended and I haven't heard anything, and I like Googled it and it said, Google said like it can take a couple of weeks for those to come back because they have to analyze everything. And I'm sitting here like running through the possibilities, like, oh my god, what if the monitor got lost in the mail? Oh my god, what if I sent it in wrong and they can't get the information off of it, blah blah blah. And I'm kind of like trying to tell myself, like, if either of those things were a thing, they would have gotten a hold of me by now and like said something, either been like, you owe us $5,000 for that fucking monitor, or we have to redo your test, like one or the other. But anyways, I haven't heard anything, so like instantly I'm like, oh my god, that has to be what it is. Like literally hands shaking, log into my fucking My Chart, and all that it was, my stomach's getting ready to growl. So if you guys hear it, that's what it is. Like, it's getting, there it went. Anyways, like hands fucking shaking, feeling like, you know, my liver's about to come out of my fucking nose. And sign into my My Chart, and it's my fucking patient rights and responsibilities, where I signed in for my stress test on Monday. I got a notification. Well, I got a text message from the hospital while I was standing in the bathroom waiting for Ebbs to bring me a towel because I forgot what it was. Like, please sign in for your appointment on Monday at 6 a.m. So I went ahead and did that, and that's all it fucking was. That was like, I can feel my adrenaline dumping. I can feel it. I keep looking around for my phone to check because I keep forgetting that I'm recording on it. That's so fun. My favorite part about my sunburn, if I had to pick one, my favorite part about my sunburn is the fact that it's like super uneven. Like, my arms and legs and my face got fucking blasted, but my chest is fine. My neck is fine, but the back of my neck is burnt. So I'll get to have this lovely uneven tan because I was sitting like a shrimp. I have the posture, like the default posture of the hash slinging slasher. What do you mean that'll bite you in the ass? Oh god, I look like shit. It's fine, don't look at my nails. This is the worst view ever. Worst view ever. Guys, I'm not even joking you. The street in front of my gynecologist's office is closed because of construction. So I just had to park like 2 blocks away and walk, which is really awesome with my sunburn. And also my heart is humming. And I was actually like really excited, thinking that like I was having a good moment, you know. And then I move around and realize that I'm not. Anyways, they did not leave an opening for anybody to get through. Like, the construction people did not leave an opening for anyone to get through. So I had to park like really far away, and I ended up leaving a little bit early. So maybe I subconsciously knew I was going to get fucked in some way. I just had to cross the street. That is so fucking embarrassing. I just had to cross the street. Okay, I've been home for a minute. I had to drink some water and eat something and like let my heart rate chill out. Listen, I fucking love my new gynecologist. Holy shit. She put me on birth control and I did not have to, filibuster about it. It did not take an act of Congress. I like just straight up was like, I have PCOS. I started my period when I was 11 years old. I have never had like normal regular period. And like, not only that, I need it for my mental health. And she was like, okay. But I will say this much. She did tell me, like I told her like before I was on orthotricycline low, and she said like, if that worked for me, great. But like for what I'm using it for, she's going to put me on a different kind of birth control. That's an even lower dose. Like she was like, did you notice like when you were on the orthotricycline low, the pills are all different colors? That's because it's varying hormone levels in the pills, or like whatever. It's like varying hormones in the pill. She said she's going to give me something that will keep my estrogen steady all month instead of like going all over the place. And she said you may not get a period, but I'm not concerned about that. She said if you weren't on birth control and you didn't get a period, I'd be concerned, but if you're on birth control and you don't get one, I'm not gonna worry too much. So yeah, but I have to wait. Like she is gonna call the pharmacy and put it in today, but I have to wait until after I start my period to start taking it. Oh my God, she was so nice. Like she sat down and talked to me for a half hour. I did end up having to get a PAP, even though I wasn't due for one until next year. I did end up having to get one, but I kind of figured that I would, because it's a new doctor and sometimes they like to, do their own thing. But that was fine. Except for I was like, listen, I had to park 2 blocks away, and so I'm kind of sweaty, and I couldn't shave my legs because I have a sunburn. She went into like big details about like my pregnancy histories and everything like that. Like even though my tubes are tied and I can't get pregnant ever again, she still went into like extensive like history with me, like more than I've ever had a gynecologist do before, which was really nice because it like actually made me feel like she gave a fuck, But she said that she gives people birth control all the time for like mental health reasons and not for pregnancy prevention. She's like, yeah, I do that all the time. So I really like her though. I really like her. And my nurse was nice, which was nice. Okay, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Actually, I think it's closer to 3:30. Yeah, it's 3:28. I woke up this morning with terrible fucking anxiety, and I'm getting ready to shower and put a patch on this shit because I will not leave it alone. First of all, I woke up to an email saying that I had a MyChart message, and I instantly got really excited thinking, oh my God, maybe it's my walking EKG results. Hopefully they call me, blah, blah, blah. Log in. I'm looking. I don't see anything. Looking. I don't see anything. Keep closing the app, reopening it, start checking it about once every half hour to see if maybe like it just needs, like the app just needs to like catch up to what it's doing. Like, I don't know. Nothing is showing anything. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh, all this talking is making me yawn. Anyways, Epps and I ran to CVS today to pick up my birth control, even though I can't start taking it for a while until I start a period, but I'm anxious and I wanted to get it. We ran and got my birth control, and then we ran to the vape store for him. And like while he was inside, I was like, I'm fucking determined to figure this out. So I started digging through like the documents, and what it was an itemized list for my bill. That's what it was. So that's 2 days in a row that it's fucked with my emotions. I appreciate it. You want to hear about another thing that really fucked with my emotions today? You want to fucking hear about another thing that fucked with my head? I was eating a Kit Kat bar, And I was kind of like not paying attention while I was like chewing, but I kind of like in the back of my head was like, this tastes a little off. This tastes a little weird. I realized after I was done that the reason that it tasted so off and so weird was because there was no wafer in the chocolate. And it wasn't the whole thing. It was just one bar of the whole Kit Kat. There was no fucking wafer in the chocolate. And it was like disturbing, okay? What the fuck? So then I had to lay down and like stare at the ceiling for like 20 minutes. And now I'm getting ready to dye my hair. I actually have to wash my hair because I washed it yesterday and I put like my coconut serum in it and like my spray and shit in it. But I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and wash it because I don't want to waste the dye. It's gone up in cost. It was $13. Now it's $14. I found a crusty ass like hair dye brush to use with it because I want to be able to like paint it on my head. Like I want to be able to get my grays because the amount of times that I have fucking dyed my hair. I'm also kind of hoping that it will keep it off my scalp, but I honestly don't know if there's any hope for me in that department, but I'm still going to try. Anyways, I dye my hair and then usually like the next day I get to looking in the mirror and there's like a lot of gray that I missed. And I'm kind of hoping like using a brush will help me be like more precise with it or whatever. I'm also going to do my nails. So, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to do all of that until after I shower. I think I'm going to wait to do my nails until after I shower and then dye my hair because like one of the worst things that you can do when you put on press-ons is like soak the shit out of them the first couple of hours after you put them on. Like it's okay to like wash your hands, but like aggressively scrubbing your head, you should try to not. But anyways, that's been my day so far. Ordered groceries, went to CVS. I took the like label thing off of it that said my name and stuff, but this is my birth control. And I will say I love the little package. It's oh god, it's got a hair on it. Shocker. Guys, something in my bedroom has hair on it. Something around me has hair. Every fucking thing around me has hair on it. It is, I can't pronounce it. Lowstrin Effie. I can't read the font, and also just like I need to wear my glasses, and I just don't because that is all kind of blending together. Speaking of which, my eye appointment is on the 13th. I for some fucking reason thought it was in April. No, it's in May. I don't know if this is gonna look how cute the little thing is. Look how cute the little thing is. And it's got 11 refills. What, bitch? Okay, so I looked it up. Listen, guys, listen. I'm going to try to remain, like, positive about this. Because I did what everybody does. I'm going to assume everybody knows. At least the people that watch me do. And I Googled it. I Googled, like, because she didn't tell me, like, particularly the name of it. But I just know that I got a text message from CVS yesterday being like, your medication, LOL, because it has like an abbreviation, LOL, is out of stock. And then like 30 minutes, and I was thinking, oh, that's fine because I haven't even started my period. And like 30 minutes later, I get a text being like, your medication, LOL, is ready for pickup. So I did what most sane people do. And I Googled like what birth control has the abbreviation LOL. And I went down this whole like rabbit hole. And I gotta say, like 50-50 on, this is it. Can you read it? Of course, it's backwards. It kind of looks like Simlish a little bit. That font altogether is kind of hard to read. Lolostrin Fee, F-E, Fee? Anyways, I did what any sane person does, and I started looking up, like, this particular birth control plus PMDD, and the results seem to be 50-50. I saw some people say it was the worst thing that ever happened to them, and then I saw some people say that within a week, their thoughts of unaliving themselves were like starting to dissipate, which is like what I need. Because I developed PMDD around the age of like 29 or 30, and then hit about 33, and it just like ramped up, and I feel like it's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And my gynecologist said it does and it will. And she said in your 40s, it will get even worse. So it's better to get a handle on it now. And because of my age, I can stay on birth control if I choose to until I hit menopause. And I told her about like me getting hot flashes and stuff whenever I ovulate, and like around the time that I'm going to start my period. And she said something like, your hormones surge around the time that you ovulate. Because I was like, bitch, I feel fucking crazy when I ovulate. Like when I start feeling fucking nuts, I know I'm ovulating or I'm getting ready to start my period. And a lot of times it feels exactly the same. And she was like, well, it kind of is the same because there's a giant surge in your hormones and they don't really start coming down until after your period shows up. So it makes sense that those 2 weeks you don't feel good. But it's like it completely fucking runs my life. It completely runs my life. When I tell you guys that having BPD and PMDD feels like it could potentially be a deadly combination for me, I do mean it. And I felt like this desperation in me to get help. And like, it sucks being somebody that does what they're supposed to do, goes to therapy, has a psychiatrist, takes my psychiatric medications, and you still don't fucking feel good because there's just this one thing missing, and the one thing missing was the birth control. So here's the hoping, but she did say, she said 3 months max, and if I don't feel better after 3 months, she'll write me something else. Like, she did write me a year's worth, but she was like, if it doesn't help you, tell me and we'll figure something else out. So I really like her. I love my gynecologist. Oh my God. I love her. Anyways, if it sounds different, it's because you're not sitting in the blanket anymore. But I think I'm going to start this video. I think I'm going to end this video and start another video of me dyeing my hair and doing my nails and potentially putting in, that's such a gross thought, putting on some lash extensions, because like while my face is fucking burnt to a crisp, I don't think I should wear foundation. Like, I'm not even putting like all of my skincare shit on because I'm afraid of pissing my skin off more. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video so I can start like a maintenance vlog, and I'll see you guys when you see you. Bye.